guys, this is Parsifal. I also go by Will, and I wanted to make a little Babble video about one of my favorite times of the year artistically for me, and that is Art Fight. And Art Fight is one of my favorite times of the year because for me, it is when I personally find the most artistic growth. Now, this video recording is not from Art Fight. I did not have anything recorded from Art Fight to show, but I decided to choose something that I was generally really proud of because I did this, I think, either soon after Art Fight or sometime around that time, because I remember doing this and really feeling challenged at the time and intimidated for a little bit, but I felt really proud of myself that I could actually finish this piece because I wasn't sure how well I was going to be able to render the character in my style, and when I did get to the end piece, I was really proud of myself. And that's sort of the same feeling I have with Art Fight. So that's what I'm going to be talking about, and as usual, if you just want to see the speed paint and you don't want to hear me talk, feel free to mute me, put on your own music, and whatever. So, let's start from the beginning. What is Art Fight? Art Fight is it's a month-long, art trade competition is how I would describe it. I'll put a link down in the description of the video for for Art Fight's website. It is a thing done on a specific website, and basically, throughout the month of July, artists will basically do a bunch of art trades. And I hesitate to say the word art trades, not because it's not what they are, because it is what it is, but because it's not necessarily two people go, I'll draw your OC, you draw my OC. The artists will upload pictures of their characters. The best thing to do is to upload it before Art Fight, but it's not always possible. But, you know, hopefully before Art Fight instead of during Art Fight when the site's extremely how do I phrase this, overwhelmed. And unfortunately, if you guys are watching this when it's scheduled to come out, which is the first week of July, July 6th, Art Fight's already been going on. So, oops. But basically, the site gets kind of overwhelmed first week of July, so it's not recommended to upload OCs during that time, but you can upload them anytime during the year. And you have this library of characters that you own or have permission to upload, and a bunch of reference images of them. And so people can go to your library of characters, your gallery, and see the OCs that you want drawn. And you can hide OCs or change OCs around or adjust their order so people can see who you want to have drawn most. But basically, you have a gallery of your OCs that you want drawn. And so everyone has this gallery of OCs, so you go around the site and find OCs that people have in their library, and each OC has an identifying number, and you draw them and upload to the site with the character's identification number, and it'll let the person know that you drew, that they got a piece. And they're not obligated to draw you a piece in return. No one is obligated to draw pieces in return. But by drawing art for people, you get points. And the points are divided into two teams because you can be assigned to one of two teams, and you can change your team if you want, but you get assigned to one of the two teams. And team names change every year. Last year it was, I believe it was it was Dreams versus Nightmares, and the one before that was Coffee versus Tea, I think. Yes. And I was on Team Nightmare last year, and I believe we lost. I honestly don't keep track of whether we win or lose or not, because I just really love Art Fight, because for a long time I struggled with drawing other people's OCs. I was not confident in how they came out in my style. I was not confident in how to render certain features, and I didn't really know how to do that. Now, that's a bit of an issue since I am a commission artist. So if I don't know how to draw someone's character, then I'm not going to be able to draw their character for work. So for me, Art Fight is a time when I am not expected to have any sort of specific quality to the art that I produce. I can do whatever experimental art I want in with basically no repercussions. Now, there is a point system. You will get more points if you do a full body piece than a headshot, and you will get more if you do like a shaded piece over just a simple sketch with no line art. But again, I don't really count points that much. I do to a certain extent, but that's mostly to like judge on my own merit how well I'm doing for myself and how many points I personally have earned. And for me, because Art Fight is so open and I can go and draw whatever OC I want from any stranger and go find them, and I'm not expected to get art back, but a lot of people do give art back, and the more art that you send out, the more art you're likely to get back. It's really just very encouraging to me. It gives me a lot of like validation and dopamine. I can't really explain why, but I love drawing gift art for people. I love doing art trades, and this entire month is basically a gigantic art trade where I don't have to make all of my work look the same. I can experiment. I can try and learn how to paint. I can do sketches. I can do ink wash. I can do traditional or digital or try out new brushes. I can try drawing new OCs for the first time. Last year, I made it a goal to try and draw more Anthro and Feral characters. And I'm still not very good at Feral characters, but I drew more than I did the year previously. And I didn't feel restricted because, for me at least, I perceive Art Fight as a very experimental time because people don't have a concept of what kind of art I regularly do. And even if they do, I'm not obligated to do it like that. And I can find, like, I really love finding newer artists on the site. Not necessarily new in account, but like new to drawing, because I love their OCs. They always just have such fun colors and shapes, and they have so much potential. And I love trying to figure out how I want to render something from their style to my style, and just, it's so fun. I love it. I love the experience, and they're always generally really excited to see the art when I draw it for them, and I like seeing people happy. I like surprising people with art because I know that for me, if I know someone's been drawing for a lot longer than I have, and they draw me something, I'm always just so blown away, and I wanted to make sure that maybe other people who might experience that can experience that, because that's part of the thing that started me drawing, was going, oh my gosh, someone who draws like really really well like drew something for me. And I'm not saying that I draw really really well, but it's a subjective sort of perspective type of look. So I I want to spread that joy and be that person for someone who used to be in my shoes. But yeah, I really love Art Fight. It's super fun, and it's just like, it's just basically a bunch of art trades for the month, and you get a lot of cool art from a lot of cool people, and you meet so many cool people as well. I have some friends that I met specifically through Art Fight, and I still follow them, and I've been doing Art Fight for 3 years now. And just I really love it, and I know it's already been started by the time this video is going up, but I hope you guys join me. I'll put my Art Fight profile in the link below, and I always try and do a revenge attack to everyone who gives it to me, but I actually don't know what I'm going to be doing this year because I'm recording this ahead of time, so it might be different, but hit me up anyway, and I will see you guys in the Art Fight. But God, that sounded like a conclusion. But yeah, basically, I love Art Fight because it's experimental. I get to try a bunch of new things, and some things I like so much I even get to put them in my style. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I shared that experience and shared that with other people who might not know what Art Fight is. So yeah, um, I just wanted to ramble about Art Fight for like 10 minutes. That's basically it. I really love Art Fight, and I'm so excited for it to be coming up this year again. As I said earlier, I will put my Art Fight profile in the description. Feel free to come and attack me, and I will try and attack you back. I cannot always promise quality, obviously, but I do love to see everyone's OCs and art styles, and I would love to meet new Art Fight friends and meet new artists through it. It's really cool. Thank you for joining me for this video, and I will send you guys to the outro. Bye-bye! Well, that's the end of this video. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section, or contact me on any of my social media, which is linked in the description below. I also have my Patreon there if you guys want to throw a monthly donation at me. Thanks so much for your support. I'll see you next time. Bye!